Hello, my name is Philip Armstrong with Dell Technologies. Today I'm going to talk about VMware Cloud Foundation on VxRail, the easiest and fastest way to deploy your hybrid cloud, and some unique capabilities it has around software-defined networking. VMware Cloud Foundation includes vSphere, vSAN, and NSX for software-defined compute, storage, and networking, and vRealize Suite for your cloud management. When we integrate VCF with VxRail, we can provide an end-to-end solution for everything for your hybrid cloud to simplify, streamline, and automate the software-defined data center. We do this by leveraging SDDC Manager and VxRail Manager, and special integration that is very unique to this solution to provide that fully automated experience. VCF on VxRail is co-engineered between VMware and Dell Technologies. This provides the unique integration to give you a fully automated experience that is inclusive of the implementation, the configuration, and the ongoing lifecycle management. When it comes to lifecycle management, this is a challenge that many customers have, right? To maintain over time a validated state that is pre-tested and validated and implemented. And with VMware Cloud Foundation on VxRail, we provide end-to-end lifecycle management. All of the software and hardware fully lifecycled together by unique capabilities that SDDC Manager and VxRail Manager have. We can provide an end-to-end solution for your entire software-defined data center. In the next part, we're going to focus on NSX and some unique capabilities we have around software-defined networking as a part of VCF on VxRail. Software-defined networking is a core component to operating your cloud. NSXT is a part of VCF on VxRail, and it gives your end users the agility and security they need to deploy their applications, virtual machines, and containers. We'll do a demo of our environment in a moment, but what we have deployed are two different environments, one in Dallas and one in Boston. We have the entire stack fully automated with SDDC Manager and VxRail Manager in both locations. NSX Manager exists in both locations. This is what we use to configure our logical networking, our logical routers, Tier 0 and Tier 1, our logical segment. This is what we attach our virtual machines to. So draw up a few VMs for our example. And we have this in both locations. What we're going to talk about and demonstrate today is a new functionality in VCF that allows us to federate these environments. NSXT Federation is something that allows us to deploy a global manager. And this global manager allows us to federate these environments. We have a primary and we have a secondary. Primary, secondary. And so using the global manager, we're able to connect to both locations. And from a single pane of glass, we're able to configure all of our logical routers and logical segments and all of our network constructs. So NSXT Federation gives us operational simplicity by giving you a single pane of glass to configure all of your networking components. It also gives you a common policy configuration. What this allows us to do is when we're creating things like our security constructs, maybe we want to create security groups and apply microsegmentation, for instance, to some virtual machines, we can have a common configuration of across both locations. The next thing it does is allows us to create global networking. So in this environment, I've shown you we have our local networking, but with the global networking, we're able to create a tier 0 router that's stretched across both locations, a tier 1 router that's stretched across both locations. We can even extend our network segments across both locations. This gives us the ability to move VMs from one location to the other. All of this is provided by VMware Cloud Foundation with the integration between SDC Manager, VxRail Manager, and NSXT. NSXT Federation gives us the operational simplicity, the common policy configuration, the global networking that we need to manage an enterprise across multiple data centers. Now let's jump into the demo and see what this looks like in real life.
Hi, this is Cory Fair, and this is a demo of NSXT Federation on VCF 4.2. In this version of VCF, Federation is only supported with manual guidance. To build this environment, we follow the steps in the VMware Validated Design version 6.2. Per the VVD, we have a 2-region design. In our case, Region A and Region B. Each region is a separate VCF instance, although in the case of NSXT Federation, Region B is joined to Region A's SSO domain. As you can see, each region has its own local NSXT management cluster. For this demo, we are federating the management workload domains from both regions. The new component that enables federation in NSXT is called the Global Manager. You can see that the local manager is joined to the Global Manager from the Locations tab. Let's log into the Global Manager for Region A. Just like local managers, global managers are deployed as 3-node clusters for fault tolerance. In our environment, we only deployed one to save time. If we click on the Inventory tab and select Regions, you can see that we have 3 regions, the Global, Region A, and Region B. If you click the System tab, the System Overview shows both Global Manager clusters, as well as both defined locations. If you click on Global Manager Appliances, you can get configuration and health data about each Global Manager VM. If we click on Location Manager, you'll again see each Global Manager cluster. Notice how Global A is active and Global B is standby. You can also see that the local managers are joined to the global managers per region. The drop-down in the top left allows you to choose between global and local context. Finally, if we select Fabric and Compute Managers, you can see that the Compute Manager for the global environment is the vCenter for Region A. If we click the Networking tab and look at the Network Overview, we can see the global network objects. We have 1 Tier 0 gateway, 3 Tier 1 gateways, and 7 segments. If we drill down to the Tier 0 gateway, we can see that there's a single Tier 0 gateway that is set up in primary mode for the edge clusters for both Region A and Region B. If we expand out the routing and BGP subsection, you can see that BGP is enabled for the Tier 0 gateway and that it has BGP neighbors in both regions. If we expand out the Tier 1 gateway, we'll see that there's a Tier 1 gateway that's local to each region, and then there is a cross-region Tier 1 gateway. This is the gateway that services workload traffic, and you can see that differently than the Tier 0 gateway, the Tier 1 gateway is primary in Region A and secondary in Region B. Moving on to the segments, you can see that we've got 4 VLAN back segments that are deployed by VCF, as well as 2 local overlay segments. Now we have a cross-region segment that was actually also deployed by VCF as part of AVN. We've modified this cross-region segment per the VVD to enable federation. To finish, we wanted to show some of the powerful functionality that NSXT Federation unlocks. Here, we're going to demonstrate a cross-region L3 vMotion of a running Windows VM. To save a little time, we're going to speed up the video. This VM is attached to the cross-region network segment. Its gateway is set to the gateway IP address for the Tier 1 router. We've started a ping from this Windows VM to the gateway IP address of the management network for the SDDC. We also start a ping from our jump host on the management network to the Windows VM. As we prepare for the vMotion, we make sure to choose the cross-region segment under the networking settings. And now the vMotion is running. When the vMotion completes and the VM cuts over from region A to B, you can see that we have one dropped ping. If we reconnect to the Windows VM on region B and look at the pings, you can see that we actually have no dropped pings, just some slow pings. And that concludes our demo. Thanks for watching.